Hi, boys and girls. Kindergarten parents, I want you just to watch for a few minutes. I want to show you something. I had made a green folder for your kids that says Kindergarten Memory Book, and we haven't used it yet, but I'm going to show it to you right now. So each year in kindergarten, I think all of us kindergarten teachers try to save their work. We save their stories, we save some artwork, and somehow we put it into a kindergarten memory book. When I first started teaching kindergarten, we would make a big book, big construction paper, and mount all their artwork. And then when kindergarten started getting more difficult, we did a lot more writing. So then I would save the stories that they write, and some artwork. And we take pictures of the kids on special days. The last few years I've been doing something a little different. Instead of gluing everything onto construction paper, which actually would cost hundreds of dollars of my money and hundreds of hours of my time, I went to something a little bit easier. So I just went out and purchased from, probably got them at Costco, the white folders. And then the cover, we always tried to take a group picture. And then on the back, we had an autograph page. And then I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I just want to show you a few pages, okay? So this was always sort of a dedication page from me to each child. And then we started with August. So the first week of school, I had this cute bulletin board set up in the hallway, and we take a picture of the students on their first day of kindergarten. We kind of tried to replicate that on the Seesaw page. That was a digital one. And some of them turned out really cute, but then a few of them, just because the kids had never used the camera before, we didn't really capture a really good picture. So if we do get back into the classroom, I may have to set this board up because it's so cute and get a picture in front of the bulletin board, the little schoolhouse. But on the first day of kindergarten, all the kids are asked to draw a picture of themselves, which we asked you guys to do too. And a lot of you guys already submitted that to us, okay? And then we're going to be doing this activity this week. In fact, I'm going to try to do it on Friday. This is a beautiful rainbow fish that goes with the story. This, of course, is the circle art that a lot of you tried to do at home. And I know not everybody had the template, but we had some people tracing circles and doing circle art. And then I'm going to move to September. We read Johnny Appleseed stories. We talk about Johnny Appleseed, how he lived in the woods, and he made friends with the animals, and he put a pot on his head. So the kids wrote a story. If they were Johnny Appleseed, what would they do? And a lot of them said, I'd wear a pot on my head, and I would cook in the pot, and I would plant apple trees all over. Okay, and then there was a picture to go with that. I know that's there's a glare on there from the plastic, but see, we made an apple tree on the bulletin board, and then we took a picture. Now, if you've had me before, there's about 3 or 4 parents that know this. And then, of course, in September, we do apples. So these are all art projects. We do prints. And October, we go to the pumpkin patch on a field trip. And also in October, of course, there's Halloween. So we have some artwork. That's a little ghost handprint. So this is all fun stuff. Here's some other fun stuff we do. There's scary pictures. And then look, in October, the kids are really writing. So they're doing a story, okay, with the sight words that we learn. Okay, I'll just do a few more. Okay, November, they write about Thanksgiving, and we take a picture of them in their pilgrim or Indian costume. And here's a little turkey handprint and another story. See how the sentences are getting better? And then in December, when they come back from Christmas, they do this one. They draw a picture of their Christmas tree and what they got, the presents they got, and I take a picture of them in front of a Christmas tree that we make. And I'm going to close the book. But so what happens is, I'm not sure if I can make a kindergarten memory book, but I'm going to try. So somehow we'll have to figure out how to get pictures to me. But what I wanted to do is provide you with the pages, because if I, download them, attach them, send a PDF. Not everybody has access to a printer, and sometimes people print in black and white, and I always like to do mine in color. So in this green folder, you can tell there's not that much stuff in here. This says, and this was the one where I had the mistake. I am so sorry. This letter got in the wrong folder. So if you see this letter, can you hold off? Because we're going to do this soon. We may be doing this on Friday. Maybe take it off and put it to the side. Okay, again, I had lots of people helping me, and I think the wrong letter got into that folder. It's not memory book, it's something else. Okay, so there's not much in here. You might have said, oh wow, that green folder hardly has anything in it. Well, I want to protect the pages, okay? I didn't want them to get crumpled up, so I thought I'm gonna make their own, its own folder. All right, so this one here says, welcome to kindergarten. Now you're gonna notice the date, August 12th, 2020. That was our first day of school. Now, I should have assigned that right away, but remember, you didn't have your folders the first week of school, okay? And then we just got so busy with doing our lessons, and I did have a few kids already do that because they probably were looking through the folders and saying, hey, that says August 12th, we better do that. But I would like you to do one. I know a lot of people will say, but we did one, Mrs. Jenkins, the first day of school. Why can't you use that one? Well, I use the colored ink on this and it has a border. So if we make a memory book, I just want this. And since it's still August is almost over, but this is still our first month of school, I want to try to do this before August is over because in September we'll have another one. So what it says, this is me on my first day of kindergarten. So you don't need any writing on here, okay? But, parents, you are gonna have to do some dictation later on, but this one doesn't need any writing. And what I want the kids to do is draw a picture of themselves. Now, if we were there in the classroom, I would be doing a sample with them because we get a lot of kids that come to kindergarten that draw pictures of themselves. They still draw people like this. I'm gonna turn it over so I don't ruin the front. All right, you know, they might still be doing this. A circle, I know that's hard to see, but I'll hold it up. You know, a circle and eyes and mouth, and then they put their hands coming out of their head. Can you see that? And their feet down. Okay, basically like a stick man, okay? So when I show them and do my sample, okay, I kind of do a little direct draw, or I just say, okay, now you have to look at this piece of paper. All right, if I start drawing my head up here, that's up in the sky. Okay, so if I imagine this area that I'm gonna draw in, okay, I don't want my head way up here, then I don't have room for any hair or anything else. But I also don't want to start down here because look at all this big space I have. I don't want to draw a teeny tiny picture. So I kind of try to find the middle of the paper. I might move up a little bit, start with the head, and that a circle or an oval is just great. I like the kids to use a pencil first. If they prefer crayon first, that's okay, but I like pencil first because then you can erase if you make a mistake, and then you can color it later, right? So then I just teach the kids, okay, look at your face. What's in the middle of your face? A nose. What's above your nose? You've got two eyes, so I'm going to draw my eyes. And in the middle of your eyes, you have a pupil. Pupil, okay? And I'm making little eyelashes and even eyebrows. And then I make a smiley face. Right now, if it's a boy, maybe they have spiky hair or short hair. If it's a girl, you could put long hair. Since I'm a girl, I'm gonna go like this. All right, and then right now, then I show them like this. I say, okay, what's underneath your head? It's neck, right? Your neck. So instead of drawing your body right away, let's just put a little neck on there. And then I'm gonna come out for the shoulders. And I just do sort of a rectangle, like a box. I'm gonna put a skirt. See, I didn't start up high enough, did I? That's all right. I'm just gonna add my legs, okay, and my feet. Now, if your child's picture is not this, doesn't have the body parts like that, it's okay. I want them to draw. I really do want to see how they draw. So if they're drawing a stick person and that's where they're at and that's how they draw, then we'll just let them do that. All right. But I like to show them this first, so hopefully they're watching too. How to draw a person. Now I could put like a little scoopy neck. I could add some buttons. I could add some little pleats to my skirt. Okay, now it says this is me on my first day at kindergarten. It doesn't say this is my mommy and daddy, this is Mrs. Jenkins, this is my dog, this is my cat. Now if you want to decorate a little bit, you could put a sun in the sky because I remember what it was like on August 12th. It was very, very hot. I could put some green grass down here because some people took their pictures outside. You could even put a tree or some flowers. But I just want a picture of you, and then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna color it. Now, because I took so much time on my beautiful picture, I don't wanna ruin it. I'm gonna keep drawing flowers while I'm talking. I don't wanna ruin it by taking one crayon and scribbling over the whole thing. So I am gonna start, I think I'll start with a peach only because my skin is peach. If your skin is brown, if your skin is black, if your skin is tan and you want to use a light brown, you do that. My skin is peach, so I'm going to do all my skin. So not only is my head peach, but so is my neck, and so are my arms, and so are my hands. There, I am done. Now, I believe on the first day of kindergarten, I wore turquoise and black because I wore my school shirt. I had a black skirt on, I remember. And I had on it was a black t-shirt too, but it had turquoise on it because it was my school shirt. And it was actually a tank top, okay, because it was so hot out. So I think I'll go ahead and color it turquoise. And it wasn't exactly like that. And maybe I could do little black on the sleeves and maybe black buttons. Okay, and then, oops, I forgot my legs, didn't I? So I think I threw that peach back in there instead of keeping it out here. So I got my legs. I'll do my shoes later. So, and then really look at your color of hair. My hair is kind of a brownish blonde. There's no real color for blonde. Well, what it is for blonde would be yellow. So I'm gonna add some brown hair. I actually have bangs too. I have bangs. And then I'm gonna put some blonde in it too. It's sort of both. Almost a reddish brown, but kind of depends. And then I could use a red to trace over my mouth. Okay, and then of course I've got the yellow here, so I could do my yellow sun. And I'm not quite done, but I think I'm gonna stop because I've been talking a long time. I can go back and color my flowers. I can color my stems. I can color maybe some green grass down here. And then of course down at the bottom, write your name. And then again, if your child could not write their name on their first day of school, well, we're doing that we've already been in school for, I forget now, is it 11, 12 days? Oh, I gotta check because we're doing, it's gonna be 13 days, right? And if they can write their name now, awesome. So have them write their name there, okay? And that's it. Now, what I want you to do when you're done, I might even use a turquoise and do some sky. Okay, I'll kind of go around the sky. I can't wait to color those flowers, but I don't want to take too long, okay? So I want you to be very, very careful. I'm gonna write my name down at the bottom, okay? And I'm just gonna write Mrs. J. You're not gonna write that. You're gonna write your own name down at the bottom. Okay, and then there's no writing on here. So next month I'll probably have the parents, I'll have you dictate their story. That means they tell you and you write it. I'll do that for a few months. And then pretty soon the kids are gonna be doing their own writing, okay? But this is how we start. And then I want you to be very, very careful and tuck it back into your folder. Maybe you can put it in the back. And then please don't do this until I assign it, because they're not gonna really understand that page until after we talk about Johnny Appleseed, after we read some stories. And then I will go over the page and give them some suggestions and ideas, and I'll do a sample. Okay, so these are one a month, only one a month. And then on Friday, we're gonna do something else that's writing also that we save. Okay, we do one a month and then we save it. All right, so this is, again, Kindergarten Memory Book. Okay, you don't have this, I'm just showing you. I had a sample, and you're gonna get that in your green folder. Okay, thank you.